The steel door slammed shut with a finality that echoed through the holding chamber. Yalan pressed his back against the cold wall, eyes adjusting to the dim bioluminescent strips that barely illuminated the 20 by 20 cell. Across from him, something massive stirred in the shadows. Another sacrifice, a guttural voice rumbled. Your people never learn. Jalen's heart hammered, but he kept his voice steady. I'm not a sacrifice. I'm a negotiator. A bark of laughter, or what passed for one, erupted from the darkness. The creature moved forward, and Yalan finally saw what the Galactic Council had locked him with. Rovak was enormous, easily 9 feet tall, with obsidian scales that seemed to absorb the meager light. 4 arms ending in talons that could shred steel. Eyes like molten copper that fixed on him with predatory intelligence. Negotiator, Rovak repeated, tasting the word. The last negotiator they sent screamed for 3 hours before his heart gave out. I didn't even touch him. Then you showed restraint, Yalan said, forcing himself to step away from the wall. That's a start. Rovak's head tilted, a gesture that was disturbingly bird-like for something so massive. You're either very brave or very stupid human. Probably both. Yalan moved to the center of the cell and sat cross-legged on the floor. But I'm also tired of the Galactic Council's bureaucracy. They sent me here to die so they could justify terminating you. I'd rather we both walk out of here instead. The creature's laughter came again, but this time with a note of genuine amusement. Walk out? I've been convicted of 17 counts of murder. I'm scheduled for molecular dissolution at dawn. Murders during combat operations, Yalan corrected. In defense of colonists on Talaran 4, the Council conveniently omitted that from your trial. For the first time, Rovak went completely still. How do you know that? Because humans keep actual records, not just the politically convenient ones. Yalan pulled a small data chip from his pocket. I've spent 6 months reconstructing what really happened on Talaran 4. Your people were hired as security for mining operations. When the Zentari raiders attacked, you defended the colony. The council called it murder because the raiders were paying bribes to 3 council members. Rovak's 4 arms flexed, talons scraping against the floor with a sound like metal on stone. You have proof? On this chip, which is biometrically locked to my living palm print. Yalan held up the device. If I die in here, it erases. If I walk out, so does the truth. Clever, Rovak admitted, lowering himself to sit across from Yalan. Even seated, he towered over the human. But why? Why would a human risk execution to save one of the Krathaks? Yalan met those molten eyes without flinching. Because injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. Someone important from Earth said that once. And because humanity knows what it's like to be judged by appearance rather than actions. Rovak was silent for a long moment. Your people are strange, fragile, weak by galactic standards. Yet you consistently do the most insane things. We prefer to think of it as creative problem-solving. A sound emerged from Rovak that might have been a chuckle. The council expects to find your torn corpse in the morning. They're probably monitoring us now, waiting for the entertainment. Let them watch, Yalan said. He reached into his other pocket and pulled out a small flask. I brought something. It's called whiskey. Traditional human drink for sealing alliances. Rovak's eyes narrowed. It could be poison. Yalan took a long drink first, then offered the flask. If I wanted you dead, I wouldn't be here. I'd be filing the evidence remotely and letting the truth do the work. I'm here because I believe in looking someone in the eye when you ask for their trust. Slowly, with surprising delicacy for those massive talons, Rovak took the flask and drank. His eyes widened. This burns, that's how you know it's working. They sat in silence for a while, passing the flask back and forth. Finally, Rovak spoke. The last being who showed me kindness was a human child on Talaran 4. She gave me a flower from her family's garden. Said it was because I looked sad. His voice grew rough. She died in the second wave of attacks. I killed 47 raiders after that. Didn't stop until every last one was dead or fleeing. That's not murder, Yalan said quietly. That's justice. That's protection. That's what warriors do. The council didn't see it that way. The council is afraid of what they can't control. And nothing scares corrupt politicians more than someone who can't be bought or intimidated. Yalan stood and offered his hand. Help me expose them. Be my witness. Show the galaxy that the Krathaks honor their debts and protect those who cannot protect themselves. Rovak stared at the offered hand, so small, so fragile compared to his own killing claws. Then he reached out with one massive hand and gently clasped Jalen's in what was barely more than a touch. If we do this, there will be consequences. The council has reached. Then it's good that humans specialize in fighting above our weight class. Rovak's laugh was genuine now. You really are insane. Probably, Yalen grinned. So, are you with me? Until dawn and beyond, human? You have my oath. They spent the rest of the night planning, talking, and occasionally sharing pulls from the flask. Yalen learned about Krathak's honor codes, about Rovak's clutchmates lost in various wars, about the weight of being judged a monster when all you'd ever tried to be was a protector. When the door opened at dawn, the guards found them sitting peacefully. Yalen asleep against Rovak's scaled side, the massive creature's arm curled protectively around the small human. The recording went viral across 100 worlds within the hour. The council fell within a week. And a human negotiator with a Krathak's guardian became the symbol of a new alliance, one built not on fear or political convenience, but on the simple human belief that everyone deserves a chance to tell their story. Even monsters. Especially monsters.